Welcome back to Omni Garage. So today behind me we have got a customer who's come in for a wash, a clay, and it's usually a wash clay seal that people talk about, but we're going to seal this with a 1 year sort of spray coating. We're going to use the Nexen 365 Pro. This is a new product to us. It's in a little kit here because we got this at SEMA a couple of years ago. We're going to use this, trial it out on this vehicle, see what kind of slickness is. We've had some experience with 1 year spray sealant, spray coatings before. We've used the Armour Detail Supply one, really liked it. So interesting to kind of compare this from our memory of using that product. So this is a pretty dirty ute behind us. This is a bit of a, I wouldn't say a farm ute, but it's used in sort of agricultural type activities here. So give this a really nice clean up. We're going to remove all the contaminants on it with our clay mitt, seal the vehicle up, and we're also going to do some interior. So we'll walk you along the steps that we do to get to our final result. Hopefully you enjoy the video. I'm really excited to get stuck in. What about you, big dog?
Yeah, I'm excited too. I mean, it's hot out here today. I think.
What are we looking at? We're
20, high 20s?
24 degrees.
Oh,
we had a high of 25.
Been hotter than that today. And I mean, as Glenn said, like it is a dirty car that we're working on. So we've got some preparation here in terms of decontaminating this. There's a lot of bugs on here. I imagine the paintwork as well is going to be pretty
rough, like sandpaper.
It's pretty rough. So we're going to need to clean this up. Guess the key thing when you are doing like a wash clay seal is exactly that. The clay step is pretty important because what you're going to want to do is get the paint into a position where it's going to accept and allow the coating to bond nicely. When you're doing paint correction or cut and polish, any type of work with a machine polisher, that in itself starts to prepare the surface. But when you're doing this and you are not doing any type of paint correction, you really need to make sure that you're pretty thorough in your decontamination wash. So we're going to crack on. We're going to start with the wheels. We're going to clean this up using our normal wheel cleaning process, and then we'll bring you guys back when we're starting to prepare the paint for the spray coating. We've just cleaned our wheels, so what we're doing now is foaming down the car. Typically we would foam before we rinse it. This car was really dirty. I wanted to blow out a lot of these crevices here, so we have done a really thorough rinse. Now what we've got is a high pH soap in the foam cannon here. We're just going to foam it down, give it some time to dwell. Really, really important. You can see here, even after the rinse, the amount of dirt build up on this car is pretty immense. So we're going to let it have some dwell time, and then we'll rinse off again and then foam again.
So come down here, and can you see this line here? So we've got this half of the paint, and we've got this half of the paint. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera, but
yeah, you can see it quite clearly.
So I'll ask you a question. Which side of the vehicle would you rather start your contact wash from?
Absolutely, you want to be starting right-hand side, not left-hand side here.
So Glenn did his water pre-rinse down here on this part of the vehicle.
Correct.
And that's the result he got, this half.
Yeah.
This side actually had pre-treat on it, and then I rinsed it, and that's the result we got. So the contact wash is all done. Now this is where the magic actually happens for a wash clay seal, is using your synthetic clay mitt. So this is the DIY detail one. Well, it's a synthetic clay towel. And you want to remove any of the embedded contaminants off the surface. So there's not a lot on here, but there is still some on here. You want to get this paint as clean as possible because we're not actually going to be polishing this. So the cleaner the paint, the more likely we're going to get our 1 year spray coating to actually bond to the surface, and it's going to help get the maximum amount of longevity out of there. If we didn't remove any of these embedded contaminants, or we weren't going into a polishing step, the paint's quite dirty, it's peaks and troughs, but we want that to be nice and clean so we get really good bonding. So this just helps clean up the paint the best we can without doing a polish, and hopefully give our 1 year coating the best chance possible to get us up to that 1 year.
And the synthetic clay that Glenn is using here is currently our favourite. It's by DIY Detail. It's the quad fold towel.
This is not quad fold, this is the old one. But
it's the old one. So we do have one of the newer ones, which is quad fold, but essentially it's the same thing. It just doesn't have the microfiber breakup in the middle. Really good towel. You can flip it 4 different ways, essentially.
And what you hear is, you can, not on here so much, but you'll hear crunchies as you rub across it. Crunch, 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 crunch. Then when you don't hear any more crunching left, that means you've removed the contaminants. And if you rub your hand on it, it should be nice and smooth, and that will be nice clean paint. We're sort of using the soap that's in the bucket as our lubrication. You could use a you know, like a clay lube or something like that, but we clean the panel, the soap that's already on there, we then come along with this, we dump this in the bucket, and that's what we're using to help lubricate this with the paint. Ready for a rinse down. Okay, so this vehicle is all clean and dry. We've gone through and we've done the interior. So now it's time to apply our spray coating. So I don't know if this is specific to the sample pack, but it says to put one bottle mixed with the other. So we've actually got, I would say, the Nexen 365 Pro. This is the spray coating in here, and this is the crosslinker. So I'm going to tip a bit of that into there. We have a little spray thing on there. We'll mix it up and then we will apply it.
Okay, so Glenn's mixing these two together here. Alright, and we have a little sprayer that's included as well.
So it says to apply this directly to the panel. So I'm going to spray, I guess, 1 or 2 sprays for this section. I'm going to rub it in with my first microfiber. I'm going to treat this like we would a coating. So I would do my first microfiber wipe, which would be kind of, in this case, spreading it, setting it up. Then I'd wait for it to sort of, I guess I'm going to look for a haze or something like that, sweating look for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to wipe it off. So I have no idea how much we should apply. Whoa, she's slick.
So you're going first wipe towel, you're going to let it set up there.
Yeah, it says to let it set up for a minute or so.
And then come along with our second removal towel. So similar to how you'd apply a ceramic coating, except you wouldn't be spraying the ceramic coating on the...
it gives it that wet look to the surface. Yeah, I think you can push this quite far. I mean, that's had sort of the minute on there.
So some of these other products that we've played with, generally what we're doing is we're spraying them straight onto a towel or an applicator of some sort. We're wiping it on the surface, and then we're coming along with a leveling towel and then a removal towel. This one's just a bit unique in the sense that we're literally spraying it on the surface rather than spraying on the towel. Now, Glenn could spray that on the towel and do the exact same setup, but a little bit of a point of difference with this product is that spraying on the surface. And obviously your towel as well, it's going to pick up some product after a little bit, so it's going to be primed, and you're not going to need to add any more to the towel if you are picking it up from the surface itself.
And if you come over here, you can see where I've been. You can see that sort of slick mark there.
You can see some... Yeah. The beauty about these products is you can work relatively quick. You don't need to micromanage them as much as a traditional ceramic coating. You can work large areas, and you can work those large areas pretty quick.
It seems to, so you're not, I'm not seeing any traditional sweating like I thought I might have, like you would with your normal coating. It's sort of, it almost like it applies and then it sort of flashes away to almost nothing, which means that it's going to be really easy to work with. I don't know what this would look like on a black paint, but you can see there's like a little swipe mark, a little sort of, I guess a little oil slick look, which then when you come back with your second wipe, you remove it. So I think this is pretty easy to work with. It's definitely very DIY friendly.
How are you feeling it slickness wise with your second towel?
It's pretty slick. I don't think it's as slick as Armour Detail Supply, although you'd need to try them side by side. I often find that on first application when you're doing like this, you go, oh yeah, it's slicker than, or it's not quite, but then when you actually get it side by side, you kind of get a recheck of that, and it's probably not as far away as you once had thought.
So Glenn just worked this fender area here, and there is some definite slickness to this. I mean, you can hear my finger there. I'm rubbing the exact same intensity and firmness on both sides.
So a couple of things I've noticed when using this is that because we're spraying it on the panel, you've got to watch for overspray. So especially down here on things like trim, you've got to be careful because you do get spray marks on this. So just be mindful of that. Maybe if you want to be a little bit more cautious, you could spray it directly into the towel and then do your panel. Remember, you are going to load these towels up with a ceramic coating basically, so you probably want to throw these away, or you want to soak them in a rinse and clean them, but I would never put this back on the paint again, so just be mindful of that. A little actually goes quite a long way, so I think on the beginning of the hood, when I was starting out, I probably sprayed a little bit too much. I think we can get away with sort of 1, 2 and a little bit extra there to get this whole panel, so
Yeah, I think the thing that I've noticed, I'm doing the second wipe kind of off camera here, and it is quite slick. Very, very noticeable difference between the panels that we have and haven't done, and it's immediate. So obviously this product takes about 6 hours to fully set up. So hopefully, given the initial slickness, what that means is that over the next 5-6 hours, the slickness only improves further from there. And I mean, this is the first time that we've had any experience with an XZ product as well. Quite interesting that we had to mix it up ourselves. Not sure about the chemistry there and why they couldn't pre-mix it. I wonder if it's something to do with longevity of product. Chime in the comments if you know the answer there. But ease of use, pretty easy product to apply to the surface, and we're getting some pretty good slickness immediately.
And I think on things like this type of trim, it does go in, but you sort of have to push a bit hard and work that product in. It doesn't really, it sort of struggles to get absorbed. So I don't know if it's just this faded trim on here, but it does go on, and it's, you know, I think it's brightened that up quite a bit, and it's definitely made it a lot slicker. So it does go on the trim. So the first question we're probably going to get in the comment section is, you haven't shown this on camera, you haven't shown how good it is. And true, it's really hard to show ceramic based products about longevity, performance and stuff like that. So this has been on here for, I don't know, an hour or so. So it's had a little bit of curing time. It definitely needs longer than that. But I am just going to spray this down with a little bit of water so you can see what sort of beading it is. And I want to see as well, because we put the stuff on customers, they get these cool cars. We send them back, we never get to really see what it's like when they come back. So this is a bit for us. And then I will dry this down and I'll recoat it. So I recommend you don't do it, but I'm doing it for you guys so you can understand what sort of things. Someone's also going to say in the comments too, hey, well, you didn't recommend it, so why did you do it? Well, taking the hit for you guys, this is what we do here at Omni Garage. Take the hit so you guys can make really informed decisions about products to buy.
And this paint had absolutely no beading whatsoever prior. I mean, you guys saw it, how dirty it was in that decontamination stage. We got some beading straight away. What if you hit it with more of a stream of water? Like, narrow that down. Oh, look at it. Look at it starting to run away. Yeah, okay, and this is after no curing time. Yeah, I definitely think we're going to get some reasonable water behaviour out of this.
So this is not going to perform like your best 5-year ceramic coating, your best 8-year ceramic coating. But we are seeing some hydrophobics on there. This will stay on there for a reasonable period of time. So I think actually using this product was really easy. Super user-friendly, great for your DIY application. So if you had gone through the process of maybe, paint correcting your car and you only wanted a year of protection, this would be fine and you were starting out. This is also good for someone who, like maybe us over here, I'm not quite ready to do a full 2-step paint correction, really dial in the paint, but I want some protection for 6 to 12 months. Maybe you put that on your vehicle. Maybe that ties you over through the winter months, gives you a little bit of protection. Maybe you've already got a 5-year ceramic coating on your vehicle and it's starting to fade in a couple of areas. Maybe it's starting to fade in a couple of areas and you're like, I just want to top it up. Maybe you spray that over the top and you just get a little bit more protection, a little bit of hydrophobic. So there is definitely some special use case scenarios there. It's definitely perfect for us because as you've seen today at the Omni Garage studio here, we've done a wash, we've clayed, and we've put on a 1-year ceramic spray sealant, ceramic spray coating for our customers. So it's perfect for us as well. Especially high volume shops, this is a really easy service. It's quite profitable as well. And this product has done a really good job. Super slick to apply, really easy, sort of flashes off to nothing almost, a wipe over. A real good increase in slickness. You've seen that we've put some hydrophobics on there. Not the best hydrophobics in the world, not like a ceramic coating, but I think this is, in terms of longevity plus hydrophobics, is definitely way better than like a spray sealant that you might get. So, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, easy application, good hydrophobics that we can see there, and I think it's going to be even better after 6 hours. So I'm excited to continue to explore different products in this category. It's definitely something that we need to explore more. We need to go out, buy 4, 5, 6 different products, continue the test, and figure out which is going to be the one that we use as the staple in the Omni Garage shop.
So if you're interested in more content like that, subscribe to us, give us a like, write some comments. We always answer your comments if they're pretty decent and reasonable. And let's have a good conversation about sort of products that you've tried. Drop us a comment. We're happy to try out some more. And actually, we need to try it more because we're on a bit of a hunt here to find which one we like the best to offer to our clients. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more beautiful content and peace out. Catch you on the next one.